This is MXUX with some news on ASST Strive. They have pursued their strategy of strategic mergers, and they just executed a deal today, and they also bought some Bitcoin today. Let me just go over the deal they bought. They've acquired, or the deal has to close, SMLR Scientific. And this company is a biotech company that produces vascular pressure monitors, okay? And now the thing is, the other thing they do, of course, is they have a Bitcoin treasury. And some other crypto, but let's just look at their Bitcoin here. They got 5,021 Bitcoin. Okay, so year to date it's been 31%. Bitcoin gain year to date is 719. So what Strive has done is purchase this company, which is a medical devices, and I believe they may do drugs too, but the main thing is this vascular pressure monitor. And what this does is it's a finger sensor, okay? But what they're really doing is they're operating on the side a Bitcoin treasury. Looks like they've been up to it for a while. So what they have agreed to do is to be purchased or acquired by Strive. Now, Strive has, I have the press release right here. Strive has acquired, first of all, this is the announcement for September 22, okay, 25, that's today. Agreement to acquire SMLR, which I just showed you. It's a NASDAQ listed stock. But they've also purchased 5,816 Bitcoin, okay, separate and apart from this merger. And that was at an average of 116 per Bitcoin. And they used for a total purchase price of $675,000, bringing Strive's total Bitcoin holdings pre-merger to 5,886 Bitcoin. So that is, well, they were at 86, and now they're at, 6,000. So let's just go through Strive's side of this deal here. They purchased the deal over and above the share price at 210% premium at $90.52 per share. Okay, so this is, as Matt Cole was saying, these companies, their cash holdings, and in this case Bitcoin holdings, are actually valued more than their stock, and that is why Strive paid a 210% premium. So they acquired the company for Bitcoin. Each common share will be exchanged for 21.05 Class A common shares of Strive. And Class A is the retail share. The combined company announces post-merger intention to explore monetizing or distributing SMLR Scientific's historically profitable diagnostic business at a future date. As Matt Cole said, Strive is undertaking these mergers for strategic purposes. If these business activities can run as a going concern afterwards, I mean, that's an open question. There's no problem whatsoever with that running under the dictates they've issued so far at Strive, and as I guess it would be a division of Strive, okay? Now, the combined company the merged company. So we have Strive at like 6,000, but the combined company would own over 10,900 Bitcoin prior to any additional Bitcoin raised from future financing. In addition to sufficient cash held in reserve to support future perpetual preferred offerings. So post-merger, pre-merger, it was about 6,000 Bitcoin. Now this has to go through the paperwork, but it is a done deal. The merged company, which is Strive, ASST, now owns 10,900 Bitcoin. So Strive is gone in a matter of, a week, from 0 to 11,000 Bitcoin. We believe the combined company would become the fastest growing Bitcoin holder aiming to operate with a preferred equity only leverage model. This is Strive aiming to operate with a preferred equity only leverage model that avoids debt maturity risks associated with traditional leveraged Bitcoin strategies. Michael Saylor said yesterday that strategy or monster or whatever you want to call it is in a position where if Bitcoin price drops, they may have to sell Bitcoin to cover their dividend payments. So again, so far, no debt with the acquisition of about 11,000 Bitcoin. We are proud to announce this exciting strategic merger combining two pioneering Bitcoin Treasury companies to form a scaled, innovative, and accretive Bitcoin acquisition platform. So, the merger, a lot of the staff is staying on and so forth. The chairman of SMLR said this is good for them. Yeah, it's good for their shareholders. Got a 210% premium on their share price, and now they're holders of Strive, ASST. Okay, so anyway, this again is one of the strategies that Strive said it was going to execute on. I just saw a recent interview of Matt Cole talking about having these, in deep discussions on one of these deals, and there it is. It came to fruition just days after the merger's complete. So they did a 301 transfer of Bitcoin for stock. I think that was a first. I do believe this is a first, although I'm not absolutely certain on that, but I do believe this is also a first. So that's the news. Right now, pre-closing of the merger, Strive now owns 5,886 Bitcoin. Post-merger, it's going to own 10,900 Bitcoin and a medical devices company. So very interesting. Really, just as an aside, talking about ASST, obviously, Matt Cole has the experience running his team at CalPERS and beating the index. He has his team in place. He has money to work with. He has strategies. The only question really that was open for discussion in my mind was, can he execute in the open market? And I think he is certainly proving that yes, he can, and yes, he will. So this is a green light on the stock. The stock was down today. It's hard to fathom that, and we're going to look at that in a minute. But I think the execution problem is not an issue. You know, this is, I think, it's an all deal cash to all stock deal to double the Bitcoin holdings of Strive. No debt. Okay, so Strive got 11,000 Bitcoin now, no debt. Okay, there we go. There you go. That's what they hold. SMLR. No more SMLR. Now it's Strive. Okay. Okay, let's take a look at the stock price. I don't know what this is. This is a 5-minute chart for 1 day or 5 days. Doesn't matter. We're just looking at the tail end of this here. We can see there's been after-hour movement. Looks like that's a tall green candle there. Volume's up. What is that? The RSI. It's going into maybe a little overbought. The volume is up. Okay. And we're moving, the standard deviation is moving up. So, looks like a big change after hours. Looks like the news is out on Strive. Let's just see if we can check one other source here. And now here's the NASDAQ after hours quote is 399, 11 cents. And let's just see, here's the NASDAQ chart. You can see here, we got quite a bump up and then some red lines there in the volume. So 398 after hours up to 4. Some reaction on the deal. I don't know if it's made its way through yet, but that's where we are. 398. Okay, and just to close this out, here's the live price on Webull of Bitcoin. And it's out on the West Coast about 3 p.m. Strive closed down a little, as you saw in the previous segment or the next segment. Anyway, here's your Bitcoin price. We're at 112. All right, this is MXUX. Hi guys, just a reminder, not financial advice. Do your own DD. Investing in stocks is dangerous and result in catastrophic loss.